We know what that sound means.
I know. Go ahead. Right, we're yeah. So, what's the percentage on this?
7.2.
Yeah, it's a strong one.
That's heavier than I thought it would be, and it's also not as red as I thought it would be.
So here, hold on. Let me just figure out where the light is. So it's a red ale. It's very ambery in color.
Yep.
It's a decent head, foamy.
You had me a decent head. Continue.
Okay, here's my question. What is the difference between a red ale and a amber ale? Is it literally just color?
There's a malt variation in it as well. So a lot of your like red ales use a different malt.
Okay.
I only know that because of two of the red and amber ales they have at another brewery that I frequent.
That shall not be named.
That may or may not be on the hat I'm wearing. Anyway, no, but I think a lot of it does have to do with the color, but there is a different malt variation as well.
Which changes the color.
Okay.
Which this one's actually really malty.
Yes.
It's more than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it though. That's kind of my jam. Like it can be as like malty or roasty or bitter as possible. And I love it.
What do you think of this beer? Because most people around the country get this for about $1 a beer.
Sold.
Which at us over 7%.
Yeah, 109 exactly.
Hold on,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
fine.
you guys don't live in New York. A little more expensive in New York.
Right.
But
So you bought a $12 beer, which is upsetting. No, but I mean for $1.09, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's to be over 7% and not like it's not.
It's not terrible.
No, not.
yeah,
Tiffany's review. It's not terrible.
I mean, I think that is like the perfect review for it. It's not terrible.
Right, like
It's strong.
Yes, I would consider it an average, but we drink a lot of IPAs, so
I'm okay with it actually.
yeah.
It's not like the standard red ale like I was expecting, but I think it's good.
I mean, it's definitely got a hoppy flavor to it. It's dry hops. So
I'm over 3 stars on this one, you guys. I don't know what you're doing, but
I think it's 3.25. It's like kind of like an average.
3.25 stars.
It's a slightly over average, but
so I will say
the best red ale I've ever had.
Okay. If anyone out there is following me on Untappd, I have already checked this beer in, and I know I didn't realize it because it's been over like 3 years, and I gave it a bad score.
Did you?
I did, and I'm starting to wonder if I was just in a bad place. Well, you know how sometimes when you're in a bad place, you look for that strong beer.
Really bad beer prior to that, and then you had this one.
Or this was like never mind. I lost my train of thought.
So I very rarely give a beer. I very rarely go under 3 in a beer. Like it does take a lot. This one I think I did a 2.25 or something like that. Like 2-3 years ago, and I'm feeling bad about it now. I'm actually going to go in. And I'm going to change it because
are you gonna edit it?
I'm going to because you
do that.
You can.
No.
Why can't you edit?
I have an ex-wife. I can't edit. I can't go back. Point and case, sir.
There's no edit button on that one. However, the beer has an edit button, and I am all about making edits if you have the
Okay.
I agree, especially because sometimes, maybe the batch I had just wasn't quite the same because it's been a few years.
You think Joe himself, Mr. Trader, put out a bad batch to 100,000 branches?
Mr. Dan Gordon.
Well, right.
I think it might have been a bad batch, or I was just in a bad place. Those are my two options. So I believe in the edit button. I think that I can go through and edit because it's out there, because it increases their score. And that if I don't edit that score, that's not fair because I'm bringing their score down.
Right. You alone are bringing the score down.
And they shouldn't be punished because I had a bad day.
Right.
You guys put way more thought into this than I do. Oh my God.
Maybe I had something spicy before drinking it and it just ruined it.
That's fair.
You never know.
Over time.
Yes. Thank you, Gabrielle. Gabriel, thank you. I don't have my glasses on.
So what would we give this as a score? I guess that is the big question. What are we going to put this on for our Untappd?
For the joint Untappd?
Correct.
Joint Untappd. Where do we?
I think
where do we
your
put this?
low ball. Are we going with your original or your edited version?
Well, I'm changing it for this. This is my current, so this will be my new edited score. Good to know.
I'm gonna go 3 1/4 stars. 3 1/4 spheres.
That's what I did.
Spheres. I think the 3.25 is actually the perfect score for that.
I mean,
Well, then I don't need to math this at all. The average is 3.25.
Tiffany has a handheld calculator that has a printer on it, and she was typing it in.
My phone. That would have been good though. Like, hold on, guys.
So the average rating is 3.28. So we're kind of right in there.
We are so basic.
We are just slightly under average. That's like a.
I could have told you that. We are all slightly under average. Great.
But I will say 10,000 ratings is pretty good for them. But I think it's so easily accessible, you know.
And it's $1 and some change.
Yeah, like we paid dirt cheap money for that. Like that's not bad at all.